If you want to see more testing than talking about this powerful 65 watts USB-C laptop charger, which I got from the seller to show you, then that's exactly the right video for you. And of course, the first test is to see if it charges this Lenovo laptop, which requires high voltage, usually minimum 15 volts. And we can see the details here, charging with close to 20 volts and around 60 watts. Sometimes I can see even up to 63 watts. And that's not a lab test, but real world test. So you can see it's definitely putting a lot of power here into this Lenovo laptop. And so in testing the heat after a while here, I can't feel any excess heat or so, absolutely no problem. Looks like it's charging very efficiently. What I also like here is the long USB-C cable and the long 110 volts cable, which gives us a lot of freedom. But of course, we can also charge a normal phone. You can see that here, absolutely no problem. Doesn't have to be 20 volts all the time. Regarding support of different quick charge standards and different voltages, we have some information here, but of course we want to test how it looks in real life. First, of course, protocol compatibility, and so we can see PD 3.0 up to 65 watts. And so we are starting with 5 volts, increasing to 9 volts, 12 volts, 15 volts, and 20 volts. Pretty accurate, as you can see. But of course, when we plug this USB-C into a device which doesn't have PD trigger, then no voltage is shown. That's not an error of this charger. It's just because it's a normal standard PD charger. And now let's see how much power we can pull from this power supply. We are already at 66 watts. I'm definitely not recommending to do that. I'm just doing this for you, so you know how capable this is. So I'm increasing here a little bit more. So we are already above 70 watts and it has stopped at around 73, I think. And of course, that was also a good test to see if there's no damage, because it has a lot of protection built in against over voltage, over current, overheating, and so on. So it should easily be capable to come back at full speed, full power. And you can see we can repeat this test. Absolutely no problem. We are already at 74 and it has dropped out again. Probably the limit 75 watts. Definitely not recommending to use so much power, but you can see it was possible, at least for short time. So definitely absolutely no problem to use 65 watts even for longer time for your laptop or so. Yeah, so that doesn't look too bad. But of course, I want to test also some other stuff. We are again at 65 watts, which is pretty much the maximum of this power supply. And so let's test here the stability of the voltage. And we can see we have an oscillation here of around 200 millivolts. Voltage here 19.6 volts at 65 watts. We can see that is already a little bit lower than the 20 volts where we should be actually. And that's probably also caused by this oscillation here, which is definitely around 200 millivolts, which is for my taste a little bit too high. I mean, we can still use it safely, I would say. But of course, the internal electronics of the laptop will have to work a little bit harder to work with such spikes here, which we wouldn't see with a very high quality power supply. Shouldn't damage anything. I've been trying this on my laptop and there was no problem. Usually it's acceptable, but definitely not really good. Maybe also interesting to see what's going to happen when we remove the power. I've disconnected it from 110 volts and put it back, so it has reduced automatically to 5 volts, which is a good thing. So it didn't stay at 20 volts. Very good regarding safety. And another actually last test I wanted to show you here, that's the grounding test. I mean, we have this 3-prong plug here, which is grounding the transformer. But the question is, of course, will the transformer then pass on the grounding to the USB-C plug shell, which could be an advantage, especially for metallic laptops, which sometimes can give you a little bit of a spark when touching it. I mean, of course, it's not dangerous. A lot of laptops have this, and if you don't have a USB-C grounding, then you can feel that. If you have the grounding, then it would remove that. And so I'm trying to connect between here and the USB-C, and the automatic mode here hasn't found anything. So let's try with the manual mode to measure continuity, but you can see there's nothing here, no beeping, nothing. So we don't have any connection from the 110 volts grounding to the USB-C grounding. It's disconnected. So also here a little bit of limitation on top of the pretty strong ripple oscillation of 200 millivolts, which we have at 65 watts, which of course is still acceptable, but it's definitely not in a very good range. You wouldn't see that from an Apple charger or Samsung charger or original Lenovo charger or so, but you can still use that. Of course, we can also see accordingly the price. This one here, at least today, beginning of July 2026, well below $20. So definitely in a very budget-friendly range. And if that's the main goal for you, you can definitely go ahead, buy it. Otherwise, if you're looking for a real good quality power supply for your laptop, then maybe look for something else. If you're still interested, you can find the link down in the description of the video. You can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this USB-C power supply, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.